Some of you might have seen this IFL TV interview, but for those of you who haven't, I'll leave a link in the description below. It is an interview with promoter Frank Warren talking about the potential Billy Joe Saunders Gennady Golovkin middleweight unification fight. I'm going to quote Frank Warren directly from the video. He said, "At the moment, they're saying that Golovkin's injured, so we're waiting to see where this is all going. But as far as I'm concerned, we agreed to terms, so much so that we made an interim fight. We paid a guy to step aside to enable it to happen. So we've done everything we can to deliver that fight, and Bill deserves it. We're not going to know till after May 6th what's going to happen. It's all up in the air at the moment. You know, we're trying to resolve it. He wants that fight. We have a contract sitting there for that fight. It's still sitting there on the table. So we're waiting to see what happens with that." All right, those are the words of Frank Warren. This situation, the way I'm reading it, as an outsider looking in, seems to be exactly as Frank Warren is saying it is. That Billy Joe and Frank Warren actually want this fight. I know that's not the narrative that a lot of people want to believe. It's a narrative that will surprise, shock, or baffle a lot of people. But it appears that it's only the Billy Joe side of the equation that actually wants this fight to take place at this particular time. Now, that don't mean at all that Triple G is worried about Billy Joe. But for whatever reason, he's not interested at this point in time. It would seem, as an outsider looking in, he's trying to go in a different direction. It seems as though he's trying to wait on the Canelo situation to unfold. Even though Canelo said that if Golovkin fights in June, the September fight can't happen. That's basically what Canelo's team is saying. So perhaps Golovkin has obeyed orders and decided not to fight in June and instead wait and see if he can get the Canelo fight in September. That's what appears to be the case. Now, this is a man who said his main goal was to unify the middleweight division. Well, he could do it if he fights Billy Joe. But at the same time, this is prize fighting. So it would seem even Golovkin values a big payday, money, more highly than a world title. And I can't really hate on that. If I was in Golovkin's position, I'd probably do the same thing. Most of us would probably do the same thing. Some of us wouldn't, but most of us would probably do the same thing. So that's where we're at with it. You have to give, again, if my read on this situation is accurate, then you have to give Billy Joe Saunders credit for wanting to go ahead and fight Golovkin, particularly in Kazakhstan, in a unification. Billy Joe gets a lot of criticism, some of it fair, some of it unfair. But in this instance, you have to give him credit. He's willing to fight Triple G in his own backyard. So let me know how you feel about this particular situation, people. If you dispute what Frank Warren is saying, then drop it in the comment section below. Explain your reasons why. If you agree with what I'm saying in the video, that it seems as though Billy Joe wants it and Golovkin's not interested at this point, then let me know. Or if there's some other position that you hold, let me know about that as well. All right, it's happening. I'm out.